It's the holiday season, which means soon many of us will be gathering with friends and family to celebrate over a meal. And I love good food, so it's my absolute favorite time of the year. And we have so much to be thankful for. Yet the abundance we enjoy is not equally experienced by everyone. In fact, our food system is failing to meet the needs of the most vulnerable people in our communities. I'm Haile Johnston. My wife Tatiana and I created the Common Market to do something about this. Our food journey began about 20 years ago, working alongside of our neighbors in Philadelphia to try to change how we access nutritious food. Many of our people were struggling with chronic health conditions, preventing children from learning in schools and families from overcoming generational poverty. You see, we all wanted good food, but for some reason it wasn't finding its way to us. So we decided that we were going to take greater control or sovereignty over the quality of food that reaches communities like ours. And the crazy thing is, we live in a region with a fairly rich agricultural history. Within about a 2-hour drive of Philadelphia, you can still find the family farm that's producing almost everything on your holiday menu, from pastured animals to collards and kale, sweet potatoes, green beans, even heirloom apples and turkeys. Yet many of these growers struggle to compete with cheap, often processed food brought in from far away and produced with no regard for labor or environmental impact. Many of these farmers have no choice but to give up the family farm. Their communities are struggling, and we wanted to find a solution. So we sat with dozens of farmers and listened while they shared how the connections between urban and rural people had eroded over time. And this is not just in Philadelphia, but in every region of the country. We dreamed of the Common Market to help rebuild some of this connective tissue for a better food system. Think of us as your distribution partner, bringing the highest quality food to the communities that need it most, while sourcing from sustainable family farms in our local geographies. We work with schools, hospitals, and other community venues, bringing the ingredients that make meals more nutritious and delicious. And it's working. Consider the story of one of our partners, the Bridgeton School District in South Jersey, where they're now featuring locally pastured pork carnitas and introducing salad bars to their largely Latino student body. Bridgeton's a small district in a farming community, largely teaching the children of farm workers, yet previously were sourcing no food from their local farm economy. Now, through our partnership, they've committed to buy more than $500,000 a year in local and sustainably grown food. And commitments like this are going to keep local growers, farmers like Kenny Barty, a young black farmer, in business and on his land. And this is just one story from the more than 240 schools and 150 family farm partners we work with in the Mid-Atlantic region alone. So what began as a humble quest for better food for our neighborhood has expanded pretty significantly. From our Philly hub, we're now serving communities from New York to Washington, D.C. And we've built regional hubs in Atlanta, Houston, and Chicago, Illinois. And from there, we're working across 15 states that comprise nearly a third of the US population. We've invested more than $250 million back into these communities, supporting urban and rural partners while expanding access to good food. And there's so much more to do. Perhaps California's next. The good news is we all can get involved. So while you're planning your meal this holiday season, I want you to consider the potential impacts of your food choices. Remember that when you align your values with your actions, you really can make a difference. And good food can help bring about the healing our nation desperately needs right now. I want to thank you all for being on this journey with us.